Whatever happens now, to either of us, know that I am proud, infinitely proud, to have called you friend.
I didn't have to do this one by one.
I did not know what it meant to have a friend once, but you I would gladly consider such. Go, slay your archdemon. Live gloriously, my friend.
And I love you. Always.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. You have reached the final Dragon Age Origins video. This has been such a fun series to record and play, and I've been enjoying uploading regularly to YouTube and to TikTok, and to see everyone interacting, especially over on TikTok with the reaction type of videos has been awesome. This has been so fun. This is my first series on the channel, and I do plan on playing through the rest of the series. Absolutely, for sure. I just wanted to stop in here really quick and say thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to see more gameplay, let's play, first plays from me, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And leave me a comment down below letting me know which RPG series should I play next. I have a few at the top of my mind, but I'd love to know what you'd like to see. So please leave me a comment down below and enjoy the end of Dragon Age Origins.
All right. I guess I really don't know how to ask you this.
Uh-oh. Are you sweating?
No, I mean, yes. I mean, I'm a little nervous, sure. Not that this is anything bad or frightening or... Well, yes. Oh, how do I say this? You think it would be easier, but every time I'm around you, I feel as if my head's about to explode. I can't think straight.
I feel the same way.
Well, I hope you mean the head exploding thing in a good way. Here's the thing. Being near you makes me crazy. But I can't imagine being without you. Not ever. I don't know how to say this another way. I want to spend the night with you, here, in the camp. Maybe this is too fast. I don't know, but I know what I feel.
Oh, he wants to take our relationship to the next level. I'm gonna say, I thought you'd never ask. Oh. Oh. Oh God. That was funny. Why is her face like that? Why are her eyes like that? This is not very romantic at all.
You know, according to all the sisters at the monastery, I should have been struck by lightning by now.
It could still happen.
Sure. But if you get hit by the lightning afterwards, it hardly seems like an effective deterrent. You do realize the rest of our little party here is going to talk, right? They do that.
They've been talking. Let them talk, I don't care.
Oh, sure, now you say that. By tomorrow, it'll be icy glares and awkward silences right before battle. Just you watch. So, what now? Where do we go from here?
We get married. We stay together no matter what happens.
Right, I can handle that. I hope. Before we go, have I told you that I love you? I did. Well, it won't kill you to hear it again, will it?
Oh, I love you too.
See? Was that so hard?
Anyways, back to business. Okay. I think that we're ready to go to the Land's Meet. To Denerim.
When you're ready, we shall leave for Denerim.
Let's go.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us.
Let's hope so.
Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The Blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies.
If Anora rules, let her speak for herself.
And who is this, Eamon? Some new
You know
stray
me.
you picked up on the road? And here I thought it was only royal bastards you play the nursemaid to, not elven derelicts.
Well, you're admitting the royal part. That's a start.
I am Rowan of the Grey Wardens.
You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden.
I don't accept the sympathies of deserters and regicides.
You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon.
I wonder why.
Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine, and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, since Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. The Regent has been generous to those who
I don't like
prove
this guy.
loyal.
So you're the one who butchered my kin.
When the animals turn against their masters, it is sometimes necessary to cull
Are
the
you kidding?
herd.
She's like, come over here and say that again. Say it to my face.
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Ten before witnesses.
Enough, Carthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
You aren't allowed to talk about Rowan. You're not allowed. That's why my character's named after her. You're not allowed to talk about Rowan. What efforts can there be when you outlaw the Grey Wardens?
Cailan depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather
Because
than
of
tall
you.
tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
I hate Loghain.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
Have you known Loghain a long time?
My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle, and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying.
He did, so like, why is he doing this? And now he kills Merrick's son and steals his throne.
And conspires with a blood mage to poison me.
That too.
It is a bitter dose to taste. The Chantry speaks truly about the corruption of power. If a man like Loghain could go and do this, I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the landsmeet then. Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, it's very nice.
Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Oh,
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
okay. Why would Enora ask us for help?
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
That's rude. Are you saying the queen believes Logain killed Kaelin?
My queen suspects she cannot trust her father.
She's right.
And Logain, he is very subtle, no? But
No.
when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the queen to the new Isle of Denrum is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
What did he say?
Things no decent person would repeat.
Oh.
He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
Logain would allow that?
King Kaelin was like a son to him, and Logain left him to die. Does he love Enora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard how say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
Wow. Would Logain kill his own daughter just to frame Eamon?
We may have no choice but to trust Enora. The Queen is well loved. If Logain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
You plot to possibly kill your own child. You're right, we have to help.
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Okay.
You remind me of Lady Cecily.
Who?
She was an Orlesian lady. My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecily let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child, I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecily.
Why, thank you, Liliana.
That's really
It is
sweet.
very kind of you to say that.
Come back tomorrow. No, the carpenter's craft.
The servants' entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Al How is inside.
Have to be very careful. Arl's here?
Yes, and wherever he goes, a great many guards go with him.
What is this crowd gathered for?
The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
Nor will the stonemasons. It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of ours for our work.
His lordship.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Wait, we need to put on our disguises.
Hurry! My lady does not have much time.
Ellie!
Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards.
There's only 2.
More guards patrol every hour. If they find these 2 missing, they will know... how you say... something is amiss.
Okay.
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes.
Wait in the bushes. Which bushes?
Oh, you must come. I saw something. By the fountain. I think it was a darkspawn.
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten.
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive. Please get help.
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
Andraste's holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh, it was over here! Quickly!
We're disguised, so we can't do anything bad.
Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those two. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best to keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in.
Where's Honora?
She's in the guest room of the main hall. Andraste, guide us.
That's where her room is?
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback.
What sort of setback?
My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
Great. How do we open it?
Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side.
So much for secrecy.
Well, if he didn't know you were here, he soon will.
I'll be back soon.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Count Hao will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left.
There's no way that's his room. Oh, wait, this is his room. Papers bearing a Grey Warden seal, the text is gibberish, probably encrypted. Is this his room?
What? Who goes there?
Uh-oh. Is he eating him?
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. Do you think you could... Alistair? Is that you?
Who? Wait. I do know you. You were at my joining. He's one of us. A warden from Orlais. Jada, I think. Or was it Montsemar? I'm afraid I don't remember your name.
I'm Riordan, senior warden of Jada, but born and bred in Highever, and glad to be home.
How did the Arl capture you?
With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice.
Right.
I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was.
Where's Hal?
I saw him go into the dungeons. He may still be there.
Why weren't you killed at Ostagar?
Because I wasn't there. I was sent from Orlais when we received no word from King Cailan. The king had invited all the wardens of Orlais and their support troops to join him. Then nothing.
How large a force did you bring with you?
We had 200 wardens and 24 divisions of cavalry. The first we heard of Loghain's edict was when everyone was turned back at the border. That was when the rumor reached us that wardens were being blamed for the massacre. We finally decided it was safest to send someone alone to learn how best to fight the Blight and this regime simultaneously. As a native Ferelden, I volunteered to make the crossing.
Are these your papers?
Yes, these are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption.
The joining ritual, can you induct other Grey Wardens?
Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh Darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it.
Annoying. Why don't you come with me?
I wouldn't be much use to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, sister.
He was very nice. Oh my god. They were torturing him. Just torturing everybody.
Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's an order.
Who are you?
Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you?
Who are you?
Then my father didn't send you?
I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd. of the Dragon's Peak Bannon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue?
I'm Rowan of the Grey Wardens.
Then I have no question about why you would come, Warden. For it is your men who have suffered the most here. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Bannon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with.
Idea.
But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask.
Why was he torturing you?
One soldier returning from Ostagar was my wet nurse's son. We have been friends since birth. He told me his unit was ordered to turn their backs on Kalen at Ostagar, before the Darkspawn overwhelmed him. The next day, he disappeared. When I went to search for him, I accepted a drink from a stranger and ended up here.
Will your father side against Loghain at the Landsmeet?
Then there is a Landsmeet after all.
Mm-hmm.
Hal said the Jarl of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
They said to retreat. The horn sounded, and we turned, and then the screams. We rode, and they screamed, and screamed, and...
Were you at Ostagar?
Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them in the swamp. The witch. The witch!
He's obviously mad. I don't think you'll get anything more out of him.
You're free. Go somewhere safe.
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door.
I have to deal with you.
Well, the Grey Warden. I must say I'm surprised Eamon would condone you invading my castle and murdering my men. Is he losing faith in the persuasive powers of his Landsmeet?
What is Loghain's plan? Start talking.
Loghain's plan is to save Ferelden from real threats, here and now. And after certain upstarts are brought to heel, he will end the blight you go on about. Something your pathetic Order of Second Sons can't seem to get done. Ferelden needs a king who has known command. With the proper advisor at his side, of course.
You lie how to yourself most of all. You are a parasite.
Perhaps. But it has served me so well. You should have left when you had the chance, Warden. Slunk off to the Anderfells to hide with the rest of your kind. This Landsmeet is a farce. Loghain will triumph, and you will die. Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
Anyone trapped in here?
Make her have mercy on your faithful servant. Grant me Andraste, bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. I'll stun her. Is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real?
Who are you?
I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Tern's men?
No.
He sounds like he's in lyrium withdrawal. He's got all the signs, confusion, weepiness. He probably doesn't even know what he's saying. If the Grand Cleric knew he were in here, she'd be spitting hot coals. Nobles don't have authority over Templars.
I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done.
What are you talking about?
The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle Mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Tern's men took him from me and brought me here.
Oh, Jawin. Was his name Jawin?
Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me.
What do you want me to do?
Give this ring to my sister, Alstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please. Ask her to pray for me.
Hey.
Lovely.
No.
My thanks.
Aren't you a little short for a guard?
I look more the part than you do. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
This is true. Alright, we're about to die.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
I'm here to free Nora, who is held captive.
Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing.
Oh yeah? You know that for certain?
Unlike you, some of us know what honor and loyalty are. I have no doubts about Loghain. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
Okay, let's leave.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Sir Calthrian's death is a waste, truly. But I suppose it could not be helped.
Nice to see you too, Your Highness.
I was uncertain you would respond as you did, considering the consequences. I am glad you did. Thank you. Now, however, we must work together. And quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat. Yet even now, I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Can he still take the throne without you?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
That's
a useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And what of Alistair?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. And decent. But even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
I think that she would make a better ruler than Alistair.
Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Alistair's mother was a scullery maid. How is that any better?
Thanks. I am right here, you know.
His mother was a maid, but his father was Merrick Therin, for whom we all risked our lives to win back the throne. I only wish Merrick had taken more time to instruct the lad in the politics of ruling. I did my best, but we all hoped Kaelin and Honora would secure the succession.
Why is it so important to put Merrick's son on the throne?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
Let's talk about something else, because Alistair is not marrying Honora.
We certainly have a great deal to plan.
What do you think he's doing in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Alright, well I got work to do.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Hello, Honora.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
What happens to Loghain if you are queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
Justice must be done, don't you think?
I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement?
I think I might need more than just your support.
Once I am queen, I will be in a position to grant you whatever you wish. And I shall. Alistair might promise you the same, I suppose. But I would ask which is better. The gratitude of a weak king, or of a strong queen. And even if it is not for you, think of what I could do for the Grey Wardens. Think of what I could do for your people. I trust I have made my point.
You'll have my support at the Landsmeet.
That is good to hear. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do.
Well, Alistair, this is where your future wife is from.
This is a real alienate. I've never been in one. How exciting.
Liliana. Doggy. Oh. Home.
Didn't the wedding teach you people anything? Nobody is coming here to help us. We have to help ourselves.
Gianni.
I've got children at home. I can't wait out here for another day.
So go home. The best thing you can do for your children is not trust these charlatans.
Everyone remain calm. We will help as many as we can today, so long as we can do this in an orderly fashion.
Oh, you're helping us, are you, Shem? Like Valendrian and my Uncle Syrian, you helped them, didn't you? Help them never to be seen again.
We've explained this to you before, girl. More whining will not persuade us to let you into the quarantine to carry plague back out to the alienage.
Quit trying to get us all killed, Shiani. Some of us have still got things to live for.
If this spell of theirs works, why are half the people they quarantine perfectly healthy?
It took my dad and my cousin? Shani, is that really you?
I don't believe it. Maker's breath. They said all the Grey Wardens died with the king. Everyone thought... Valendrian even held a funeral for you. Cousin, you have no idea the things that happened after your wedding. I'm babbling, aren't I? I'm so happy to see you.
Wedding? You're married?
Well, the wedding never actually took place.
Still, you never told me you were betrothed. What happened?
I'm sorry, what? He died.
I'm sorry.
It was an arranged marriage. I didn't know him very well.
So much has happened. It's good you're home.
Alistair, you haven't noticed that wedding ring that I've been carrying with me for literally the whole time? What's going on?
These people say they're here to help us. Funny thing, the people they help all disappear.
That's not true, and you know it, Shiani. Both my sisters got protections from the plague, and they're fine.
What about your niece, though? And my uncle Syrian and Valendrian? Where are they?
What's this about my father?
The Tevinters quarantined your father yesterday. I told him not to go to the hospice. Not one elf they've taken in there has come out again. Who knows what's become of them?
Tell me about the plague.
It came from the Blight. That's what they say, anyhow. People fleeing the Darkspawn brought it with them. After the refugees arrived, people here got sick. And these Tevinter vultures began circling, taking people out of the alienage a few at a time.
They're making them demons. What can Tevinters do about a plague?
They say the sickness spreading here is a blight disease that they saw in the Imperium ages ago. Magic can't just make it go away, but it can keep you from getting it if you're healthy. So every day, new people line up to be magicked. And every day, the Tevinters pull someone out of the line and take them to quarantine.
Alright, I'm gonna go have a look inside this hospice.
I knew you'd do something, cousin. Make her watch over you.
Don't go in there. Ew! That's a fat rat! Oh my god. Look at him. He's a big boy. You're so fat.
Is someone there? Maker's blessing to you, child. Be not afraid. I still have some sight to see you by.
Who are you?
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Sir Otto. I am a Templar. I lost my sight in a battle with a powerful Maleficar. He called flame from the air and burned my face. The scars have healed, but my sight will never recover.
Poor guy. Sorry.
Don't be. Many of my brethren died in that battle.
What is a Templar doing here?
We'd heard rumors that there's an enclave of Maleficarum hidden in the alienage.
Have you found anything?
I have found no evidence of Maleficarum in the alienage. However, there is something else. This place, it's scarred like me. When I came here, I immediately could feel an air of hopelessness, despair. But over time, I felt the wrongness runs far deeper than that. But the feeling of wrongness never wanes. And so I attempt to puzzle it out. I don't suppose I could impose upon you.
I'll help.
It took patience, but some elves opened up to me, and I've heard their sad tales. But I found no real evidence to support my fears. Ears alone have done all they can. I was hoping you could be my eyes. Look around the alienage for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, well, there's like dead dogs over there.
There is no need to push. We will work our spell for each person in... Hysterians, mercy! How long have you been ill, woman? You should have come here days ago.
Help me.
The rest of you must stay back. Only the sick are permitted inside.
If they can't go with me, I'm not going in.
Guards, help me subdue her.
Well, that's one way of getting through the front door. Are you going to go inside? I hope they don't hurt anyone because of this.
Don't worry. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Maker. Please, hurry.
And that is how I get things done now, Shani. Hello.
Well, well, look who's here.
I'm back.
Welcome home. When we heard what happened at Ostagar, we assumed the worst. Have you been to see Shiani and Soris yet? And would it kill you to let us know you're alive once in a while? What, is a Grey Warden too important to visit family?
There's a blight. Where's Soris?
He's staying at your father's house. I'm not surprised you haven't seen him yet.
What do you mean?
There are good people in this world who just can't sleep nights unless they can put a reason to everything that happens. They had to blame somebody for the soldiers. And you weren't here, lass. They pointed their fingers at Soros, said it was the two of you who brought this down on our heads. They've spit, sworn, and thrown rocks at the lad, and that's the friendlier folk. Soros has been staying out of sight lately.
Where's he at, Soros? Soros!
Cousin? Welcome home. Come in, come in. We assumed you were with the other wardens at Ostagar. Things, have been difficult since you've been gone.
Where's Valora?
She went to the hospice a week ago. They said she had the plague.
His
I didn't
wife.
believe it. I mean, she was fine. But they took her to quarantine. I haven't seen her since.
My father?
The healers took him into quarantine a few days ago. I'm sorry, cousin.
Alistair, this is my house. This is my bed, my toy from when I was little, and yep, that's it. This note.
And so I shall.
There's a key with this note. Bring 8 males and 6 females.
Lovely.
Help us, please! We're not sick! Let us
I'll
out
let
of
you
here!
out right now. I'm getting you out of here.
Thank you. I knew the things they said
Oh.
about you weren't true.
What did they say about me?
Doesn't matter. It's obviously not true. I mean, you're here now, right? Helping your people.
Wow.
We're getting out of here. Andraste, watch over you.
Wait, where's my father? Johnny, where's my father?
What happened? Some of the elves ran out, but I didn't recognize any of them. Where are all the others?
I found this note.
Let me see that. What does this even mean? They can't be shipping people, can they? Shipping them where?
I think why might be a better question.
I don't care why. I just want to find everyone who's missing. But how could they take them away? Wouldn't we see them? They could be moving through the back alleys. There are all sorts of buildings back there. They could be using one as some sort of warehouse, staging area.
There was a key with the note.
There are apartments off the alleys. I would go to the back of the hospice and maybe follow the alley from there. If you find any more information, please let me know. I refuse to accept that they're all simply gone.
Johnny, you're like very concerned, but not really doing anything. Who are you?
Who's there? Stay away!
Have you seen Tomentos bringing elves through here?
I haven't seen nothing. Please, just leave me alone.
I'm not gonna ask again.
I don't know, I swear. I only saw them take people away. Took them right out of their beds. Dragged them down the hallways. Maker, the little one's crying.
And why didn't you want to tell me this? Where do they take everyone?
Through the landlord's old office. They go in there, they never come back.
Have you seen my father, Syrian? He's an older man.
They took him through here yesterday. Looked like a dead man.
What else have you seen?
Every few days, they come back. It's like a parade, a silent one. Men and women and children. You have to go. They'll be back soon. They'll find out I talked and they'll take me too. Please, just go.
I'm here to rescue everyone.
I am Caladrius, and you, I assume, must be the Grey Warden I've heard so much about.
Heard of me?
One can hardly get a word out of the Regent besides Warden these days. It's surpassed even gold in popularity.
How do you know Loghain?
Yes, you would be curious about that, wouldn't you? I've heard that you're trying to erode Loghain's support. It must be a difficult task, yes, like washing away a mountain. Perhaps you could use some help.
Not from you. Don't you have an agreement with Loghain?
More of an arrangement, truth be told. One that disappears the moment angry armed intruders storm my abode. Truth be told, there was always a limit to how long we were going to be able to operate here. We've paid for many of Loghain's troops, but once the Landsmeet is done, we become inconvenient. So, here is my offer. 100 sovereigns from you for a letter with the seal of the Terran of Guaren upon it, implicating him in all of this. Then, we leave a few days earlier than planned with our profits and remaining slaves unharmed.
'Tis a reasonable enough starting offer.
Morgan.
I feel dirty. We're not considering this, are we?
So, do we have a deal? Even you must admit it's much better than resorting to barbarism, yes?
Nah. If I accept help from you, how am I any better than Loghain?
You're not. Did I say you were? I'm simply hoping the world is full of pragmatists,
No.
shall we say?
Nope. Time to die.
Pity. Looks as if we shall have to settle this the hard way, then. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
Tis a good day.
My life.
Enough!
I'm killing you. Shut up.
Seems your reputation is an accurate one. I surrender.
I suggest you come up with a new offer fast.
Were I to use the life force of the remaining
No.
slaves here, I could augment your physical health
Are you kidding?
a great deal. Allow me to leave this place alive, and I would be more than happy to do this little service for you.
An interesting offer.
Morrigan.
If a tad messy.
So, is my offer of interest to you, yes?
No, it isn't.
Then, I don't suppose you would consider just letting me go?
No. I don't suppose I would.
Ah. Well, that is a shame, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? What an evil man.
Little girl.
My
I didn't
father.
think I'd see you again. When they said all the Grey Wardens died at Ostagar, I prayed they were wrong. Are you all right? What are you doing here?
I couldn't let them hurt my family.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
You're so much like your mother.
You think so?
She'd be... well, proud really doesn't describe it. This isn't a good place to talk. Come to the house. There's something I should give you.
Shiani, everyone's out.
Cousin, you're amazing. Which I shouldn't say to your face because it'll go to your head, but it's true. Are you sticking around for a while? You're staying for dinner, aren't you? You'd better. I'll weasel a bottle of wine from Alarith and we can catch up.
Get 2 bottles. We have a lot of catching up to do.
I'll hold you to that, cousin.
There you are.
Let me get a look at you. Maker, don't they feed you, Wardens? You're all skin and bones.
Where's Valendrian?
Gone. They took him to the ships a couple of days ago.
Oh.
He's probably halfway to Deventer by now. You did so much good. We can't dwell on the ones you couldn't save.
Did Soros mess anything up while you were gone?
You hear that, Soros? No, everything's fine. If it looks a little messy, it's because I had to pull up the floorboards to get this out for you. It belonged to your mother. I think you should have it now. I know you'll do great things. You already do.
What did you give me? Ooh, a dragon bone. It's better than a Duncan's dagger. Thank you.
Once again, you're the big hero, cousin. Must be nice always winning.
Oh my god, why are they so hateful? A dead dog. This is the corpse of a rabid dog. It looks like he was skewered with a spear. Nobody has cleaned up the body and it appears to have been dead for some time.
The house has eyes, but Grandma calls. What's a girl to do? Have to be a good girl, but have to avoid the bad men. You're not one of the bad men, are you? I just want to make Grandma happy.
Who's your grandmother?
Never met her, but she protected me. But I lost her amulet. Grandma, make the voices go away.
Who are the bad men?
The housemen. They came the night of shouting. All of us orphans were in there. Then the blood. Oh, the blood. Still bleeding. Poor animals. Poor us.
They're sacrificing. What about the animals?
The dogs hear the bad men too. They make good dogs so confused. So angry. Poor little pups barking at the noise. Make them stop.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, sir. No, sir, indeed. Don't go into the orphanage. The bad men will take you too.
Okay, let's tell Sir Otto what is up.
What have you found?
There's a dead rabid dog in the alley.
I'll report that at once. I've heard such afflictions can spread, even from a corpse. I suppose someone may not have known that. That's by the orphanage, right? A sad place. Did you find anything else?
I did. A beggar said there were bad men in the orphanage.
The riot took its toll not only on the body, but on the mind as well. I know of whom you speak, although she opened up more to you than me. One odd thing I am willing to believe, but 2 is no coincidence. Let's head to the orphanage. Both of your clues were near there.
I'm gonna switch Morgan for Win because she's not gonna care about children.
Yes.
The feeling is intense here. This is the right place. I know not if it's the work of the Maleficarum, but there is definitely evil here. You go first. I will follow.
Wait, these toys are in the floor.
Do you hear me, Sir Willem, Sir Willem? I'm a falling, Sir Willem, Sir Willem, today. I'm a maiden, Sir Willem, Sir Willem. But I'm dying, Sir Willem, Sir Willem, in pain.
Oh, okay. Creepy.
1, 2, Merrick swim through. 3, 4, the kingdoms I war. 8, 9, and now you die.
This is the center of it.
Mortal! You do not belong here!
Hello?
Blessed be the Maker and his prophet Andraste.
Your pathetic maker is nothing compared to my glory!
I command you, show yourself, demon. Hide in the shadows no more.
You dare to command me? Let us see if your precious maker can protect you now, worm!
Worm?
We won. At one time I considered myself quite the warrior, but you accomplished here what I never could. But something still isn't right. I feel there is more to this. Nearby. The building next to us. I can feel it. Just on the other side of this wall.
Okay.
Let us go.
Huh? Who are they?
Please, leave the children. Take me, but just...
No,
I don't like it.
Andraste, I don't want to go yet. Please. It's so cold now. So cold.
There's so much blood everywhere.
As you desire.
You think you are safe?
Though the Golden City has fallen, I have seen your face and your light. I am you.
Save your pedantic chant for your sermons, Templar. You have killed my brood.
The Maker compels you. Show yourself.
The Maker? There is no Maker. There is no Golden City. But there are demons. Yes.
I hear not your blasphemy. By Andraste and all the divine after her, I order you to face me.
You delusional fool.
Said, you wanna go?
We have done it again. I feel the darkness receding. I've seen the work of demon before. Some Maleficarum consort with them. But the Maker must have guided...
A giant fork?
You die!
That's the rudest thing you could have ever done to me.
As you desire.
I can't believe that just happened. Worn amulet. Caked in dirt. Oh, that's her grandma's. This poor man. Deserve this. He doesn't deserve to sit in this floor. I'm sorry. Hello?
The bad men. They are quiet.
They're gone.
They call for blood no more.
Is this amulet yours? I found it in the orphanage.
It's my grandmother's. You found it, sir. May I have it?
Of course.
I feel like a mist is leaving. Oh, thank you, sir. I have to live my life.
Yeah. That's it. It's time to go. Bye, Fat Rat. Bye to my dad. Bye, everybody. Oh, here he is. The guard.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. My son described you in great detail. He tells me that I owe you his life.
I would leave no man to suffer at Arl Howe's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Banorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Amazing. And that lady over there.
How fares your brother?
I'd hoped to see him while I was in town, but he's made himself scarce. Every time I've called at the Chantry, he's been away. He answers none of my letters.
That doesn't sound like Ermenric. I'm sure he's merely busy.
Perhaps. I'll call at the rectory again tomorrow.
Ooh, I have news.
May I help you?
I was asked to give this to you.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
Ermenric asks you to pray for him.
I haven't heard from him in months. Where is he? What's happened?
He is in the dungeon of the Earl of Denerim's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. Take this with my thanks. It has been in my family since the War of Crowns, crafted for us by the Circle of Magi. An heirloom is a small thing compared to my brother's life.
Ah, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there?
Well, Loghain was collaborating with the Tevinter slaver.
Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Loghain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
Hey.
Well, all right.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? How much Ferelden blood does Orlesian gold buy these days?
I'm not the one who betrayed Ferelden.
Some of us are curious, Loghain, about precisely what happened at Ostagar.
So, one of Kaelin's killers would dare speak of betrayal. You led our king to his death with your grandiose tales of griffins flying into battle.
You allowed Rendon Howe to imprison and torture innocents.
The Warden speaks truly. My son was taken under cover of night. The things done to him, some of them are beyond any healer's skill. Howe was responsible for himself. He will answer to the Maker for any wrongs committed in this life, as must we all. But you know that. You were the one who murdered him.
Sure did.
Whatever Howe may have done, he should have been brought before the Seneschal. There is no justice in butchering a man in his home.
No, then why did you send a blood mage to poison Arl Eamon?
I assure you, Warden, if I were going to send someone, it would be my own soldiers. I would not trust to the discretion of an apostate.
Indeed, my brother tells a very different tale. He says you snatched a blood mage from the Chantry's justice. Coincidence?
Do not think the Chantry will overlook this, Terran Loghain.
Interference in a Templar's sacred duties is an offense against the Maker.
Whatever I have done, I will answer for later. At the moment, however, I wish to know what this warden has done with my daughter.
We're discussing your crimes.
You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery.
Good job,
I would have
Nora.
already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
The Queen speaks the truth.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this.
My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Yeah.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Yeah.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
Western Hills is with you, Loghain. Maker help us.
I stand by Loghain.
Who are you?
We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
The Landsmeet is against you, Loghain. Step down gracefully.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me?
Call off your men and we'll settle this honorably.
Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once.
Oh, you're gonna bring
I wonder
up
if it's
Marek.
more a compliment to you or me. Enough. Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
Alistair is my champion.
Then let us test the mettle of our would-be king. Prepare yourself.
He's... Ow. He deserves this. It's Marek's sword. Do it.
Right then.
So, there is some of Marek in you after all.
Really?
Good.
Forget Marek. This is for Duncan.
Yeah. Get him. Get him. Sorry, Enora. I'm so sorry. It had to be done.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
No.
Wait, what? No. When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
No.
He refuses the throne. Everyone here has heard him. I think it's clear then. He abdicates in favor of me.
We do.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Enora. Warden, will you help us?
It's Enora. Yes, I can settle this.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
Nora.
Thank you, Warden. You were wise not to disrupt Ferelden's governance any further in a time of such crisis.
It's
My
Nora.
first act as Queen must be to insist on receiving Alistair's oath before all the lands meet, to relinquish all claim to the throne for himself and his heirs.
Oh, I never wanted it. I mean, yes, of course. Happily, in fact.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this woman to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
Yay, Nora. Oh.
So it's done. My father is dead. I never thought he would go so far. I never thought it would end like it did. Such a waste.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I wish it could have been otherwise.
It could have been. But what is done is done. My father had no illusions about the consequences of his actions, and neither do I. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions, and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united Ferelden, Warden. Now we face the Blight.
We got this. We were never letting Logan be a warden. Ever.
What's on your mind?
I was just thinking about being a Grey Warden.
Is something troubling you?
Oh, I think it's the best thing that happened to me.
You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I will be ready when the time comes.
And that gives me hope.
What the heck?
It's you! The Grey Warden! Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
What monsters? Where is everyone?
They all fled to the castle this morning, before the Darkspawn arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
Is the Archdemon here?
I didn't see anything that I'd call an Archdemon. Isn't that supposed to be a big dragon? No, nothing like that. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Yeah, go. There's Darkspawn everywhere? Why did they hang them all?
Lovely.
Why are the Darkspawn here already? All the soldiers.
Well together.
My lady, you're here. Thank goodness.
Where's the Queen and Arl Eamon?
They are both inside with Riordan of the Grey Wardens, who arrived this morning, just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked.
Riordan, what is he doing here?
I don't rightly know. Things happened so fast, I only know he was scouting in the south before he arrived. I should take you to the hall right away, my lady. They'll be waiting for you there.
It is a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good
Why do
information?
we come here then?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Why did we think they were headed here?
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main Horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that our forces have been distracted by the Civil War.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern.
What?
The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2 days.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
We've collected an army, let's use it.
The Horde must be defeated, but the Archdemon is our true target. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Arleman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the Horde.
Then we're off to war. Let's do it.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
Okay.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
I assume it has something to do with the taint?
That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
And what happens to the Grey Warden?
A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
Is there no other way? Why must we die?
As far as we know, the transfer of the Archdemon's essence is automatic. If one of us is not present when the killing blow is made, it is all for nothing. There is no other way. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
So it's up to the three of us to kill it.
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Thanks, Riordan.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
What are you doing? Is everything okay?
I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole.
Oh?
I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
How do you know about this?
I know a great many things. How I know is not quite as important as what I am offering you, however. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice.
Okay.
A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
What sort of ritual?
It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names.
Where did you get this ritual from?
From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time.
You knew about the sacrifice before I did?
I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my doubts.
Nothing comes without a price.
Perhaps. But that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more.
Okay. What is your plan?
What I propose is this. Convince Alistair to lay with me, here tonight. And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
It's like a super baby? So the child becomes a darkspawn?
Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever.
Why?
The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
But you're my friend. Why Alistair? Why not Riordan?
Even if I thought Riordan could be convinced, he is unsuitable. I need one who has not been tainted for long. It must be him, and it must be tonight.
I want to know more about this child.
As you wish.
The child won't be hurt?
Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed.
Okay. What do you intend to do with the child?
I do not wish to tell you.
What if Alistair wants to see the child?
I have no doubt he may, but he will not. It is all I ask for in return.
Will the child be evil?
Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will.
You think Alistair will agree?
If you care for him as you seem to, you will convince him to. Consider what the alternative might be.
Yeah.
Do you think Alistair will fail to do his duty as the future king and save his country? And if you take the blow instead, he loses the woman he loves. How do you think he would feel about that? I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life. I think you should consider them carefully.
You're right. How do you know this will work?
This is what my mother intended when she sent me with you. She was the one who first gave me this ritual and told me of what I was meant to do. This does not surprise you, does it? Did you not wonder why Flemeth saved your life? Why she aided you? This is why. What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life.
Let's do it.
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
Great. Listen, I don't want to lose him. And he'll understand that. And I got to him first, so we're good. Alistair, we need to talk.
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me. Ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
You can't sleep, are you okay?
Not really. All these men look at me and I see it in their eyes. I'm their king. Suddenly it feels so real. But now you're changing the subject. This isn't about me, this is about Morrigan. I'm tired, but I'm not stupid. What did she want?
We need to talk.
Oh. I guess whatever Morrigan had to say, it's big. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it.
I love you know that, right?
Could you make it sound more ominous? Tell me already.
What if I told you there was a way to avoid dying tomorrow?
You mean with the archdemon, right?
Yeah.
If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about?
Your wildest dreams come true, sex with Morrigan.
Ha ha! All right, that's pretty funny. Nice way to cut the tension. So, what's really up?
I'm serious, it's part of a ritual.
Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious?
Yes.
Wow. Be killed by the archdemon or sleep with Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
It's a weird god baby ritual. Some kind of ancient magic. It's Flemeth, probably.
Well, that's reassuring. Wait, no it isn't. Look, even if I was willing to entertain this idea, and I'm not saying I am, is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure?
You need to trust me.
I do trust you. If this is what you think is best, I'll do it. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great. This isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
Alistair has agreed to your request.
Oh, you know, dinner would have been nice. Maybe a bit of wine. Or you could knock me out first.
Tempting. Still, I am glad to see that it has been done. Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
Morgan, not in front of me. Why do I have to watch? Don't smile. Don't look excited. He looks terrified, actually. Like, actually, a little terrified. It doesn't have to be sensual. Thank you.
We have gathered all the forces we can.
We got this.
The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. So we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance.
Thank you for coming.
We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
I think so. Oh, there she is. Queen Nora.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The woman you see beside me is an elf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens, and never a more glorious Grey Warden has there been. She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here.
You.
Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my husband, your King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
That was a great speech. I'm happy she's the queen. Ugh. Ah. Ugly. Morgan. All my friends are gonna fight with me. There's so many.
I tried to be merciful.
You did it.
You have something to say, do you? I see. Let me talk then, and you shall listen. I shall be brief.
Okay.
What was done had to be done. I regret it not. Let us not complicate matters further.
I understand. I wanted to say thank you for everything.
Yes. I see. You are welcome, and thank you. This means everything to me. You cannot know. Now let us finish this and be done.
You have secured the city gates by killing the Darkspawn. You should speak to Riordan, see what your next move should be. Where's he at?
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3-1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails.
Are we going to fight a flying dragon?
We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you.
You know where the generals are?
Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently, but there are too many Darkspawn here to tell you more. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Stan would be suitable.
Very likely.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
So this is it then. All that we've been through has led up to this. Whatever happens now, to either of us, know that I am proud, infinitely proud, to have called you friend. Onward then, and may the Maker smile fortune upon us.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? Part of me is glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. I would almost say that I feel concern for something other than myself, even maybe for a soft, squishy companion. But that would be silly, wouldn't it?
I'm worried about you too, Shale.
About me? I am not the one going up against a giant dragon with little more than wishful thinking. And, do try not to get swallowed whole. If the beast were to fly about afterwards and poop it out, irony would dictate that it would land on me. I couldn't take it. Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the castle.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last.
Thank you for your help.
I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this.
Are you afraid?
I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, hmm? Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
After all that, I will not be going with you?
In your delicate condition.
I would still see this to the end, but so be it. Let us part ways now. You go your way, to your destiny, and I go my way, to mine.
I didn't have to do this one by one. Thank you for everything.
I did not know what it meant to have a friend once, but you I would gladly consider such. Go, slay your archdemon. Live gloriously, my friend.
So, this could be it. Soon this will be finished. One way or another. And I love you. Always. I hope most of the people were able to flee on ships before the Horde got here.
Not nice. Riordan? You got this, bro? No! Oh, you're dumb. Oh, you're so dumb. Got this. Riordan? Oh. Oh no. Sandal?
Enchantment?
Sandal, what happened?
Enchantment!
Okay. Thanks, bud. Goodbye. It didn't die? Did it? Run away! We did it, Tien, we did it!
Then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun.
Queen Anara.
Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen.
She deserved it. Seems to be a good queen.
Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the charge against the Archdemon and killed it remains with us still, an inspiration to all she saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden. The first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago.
Good job, Rowan.
Grey Warden. It is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen?
I wish to see my people treated fairly for once.
An excellent idea. What would you say to becoming the new Ban of the Alienage? A voice for the elves in the Landsmeet?
I think Shiani would be a better choice.
Then we will have to track her down and give her the news. Let it be known that the Alienage will now have its own ruler and its own laws. Let this be a new beginning for both our peoples. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens.
Oh.
There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
The Darkspawn are still a threat. The Grey Wardens need me.
I am certain they will be relieved to know your intentions. There is a group of eager Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready.
Alistair?
So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you? I was so scared that I might lose you. But here you are. And here I am. Not bad, right? I bet this had something to do with that night. With Morrigan. Why you're still here, I mean. I'm not that dumb. The rest of the Grey Wardens haven't arrived yet from Morlaix. But they've already sent questions. What should I tell them?
Tell them the truth.
That a Maleficar saved you and then ran off to have my demon baby? That has a certain ring to it, right? No, I suppose I'll just keep that to myself. I can shrug and look stupid. It's a talent. Speaking of Morrigan, do you know where she went? I'm told she vanished right after the battle. No goodbyes or anything.
She doesn't want to be followed.
Very dramatic. I don't imagine she'd be easy to find if she didn't want to be. At any rate, I can't wait to be alone with you. These formal affairs drive me insane.
What are your plans?
You said you're staying with the Grey Wardens, so am I. I guess we'll be seeing more of each other. And quite frankly, I can't think of anything better than that. I'll let you get to your adoring public. They want to see the hero of Ferelden, and who am I to keep them waiting?
Thank you.
Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are.
You were lucky.
The Maker smiles upon you. Or so they are saying. Luck and destiny are two branches off the same tree. Now I see Al-Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
Jail.
So it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature.
You're right about most people.
No doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf. A creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again.
Yeah? Excuse me?
Wynne has offered to accompany me to Tevinter to speak with the mages there. The Circle of Minrathrus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope. And if not, then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes?
He can come with you.
I would not object, but surely it has better things to get up to. I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere. That may take a while, but otherwise I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me. Until then, I wish it well. You have been a fine friend.
Don't make me cry again. Chill. Liana?
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
You look nice. You should be taking a bow with me.
And my part was small. I'm happy to watch you receive the accolades. It's quite fun. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is. I've been asked by the Chantry to return to the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I need to make sure it's protected. Maybe pilgrims can even begin going there again.
Okay. You need help?
Oh no. You have your own things to keep you busy, I'm sure. It will be a grand adventure of my very own. I'm looking forward to it. At any rate, you should get back to the celebration. We can speak another time.
Okay. I'll miss you. Severin.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you.
You think the crows will still come after you?
Eventually. With Taliesin dead, it may take them time to figure out what has happened, but they are like the tides, predictable. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you were planning on returning to the Grey Warden fold soon. Is that true?
Yes. Why? Are you thinking of joining?
A Grey Warden? Me? Oh, no. There are some bodily fluids even I won't touch. The Grey Wardens seem to be a fun bunch to hang around, however. Maybe they won't mind a resident assassin. I'm an excellent mascot.
I'd be happy for the company.
And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into, anyhow. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
She's gonna make me cry.
The hero of Ferelden. My. How does it feel?
A little strange.
Of that I have no doubt. It's a title you'll be wearing for a long time to come, just as Loghain wore his. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better?
I didn't do it on my own.
I don't think many heroes ever do. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Devinter to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her.
Very nice. What about your problem?
It's true, I don't know how much time I have. Maybe not very long at all. So, I shall see as much of the world as the Maker allows. Perhaps this is a gift in the end. A nudge in the right direction? I doubt we will meet again, my dear.
Oh.
If not, please accept my best wishes.
Didn't have to say that.
They call you hero. I have not heard it used before, but I think I understand the intent. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud.
Do the Kunari celebrate and put on a parade?
When a Kunoran Vel is declared, certainly. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
That would be quite a sight.
It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you.
That's fair. And I was just starting to get used to you.
And I to you, strangely enough. It must be said. You found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt.
You helped me as well. It's been good.
It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find the path you seek. Farewell, Kadan.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
In the months that followed her coronation, Honor proved herself a adept ruler. Trade agreements with other lands quickly brought new funds in the royal coffers. With them, the queen saw the capital rebuilt. The army was restored, laws were passed, and encouraged freeholders to produce sufficient harvests, and plans were conceived for a university. As the years passed, Honora continued to rebuff the advice of Ferelden's nobility, requesting that she remarry. Though prospective suitors from other nations visit Denerim from time to time, the queen's only comment is that all of them fall far short to the bar she measures them against, that of her father. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. A food shortage years later forced Queen Honora to come down hard on elven rioters, an act not quickly forgiven and a sign that tensions between elves and humans were far from resolved. Shiani continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble but served her people well. In time, Haramont's health began to fail. Some claimed it was poison, while others said it was a flagging spirit. Either way, after a protracted illness, the king finally passed away. The wrangling in the assembly for a successor began almost immediately. The dwarven mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt Circle Tower on the surface. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the Anvil upon returning to Orzammar with the findings convinced the Shaperate to attempt to recreate Caridin's research. A new golem was created with spirit taken from the Fade. The golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated through Orzammar. However, the demand among the smith caste to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. They're so dumb. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen traveling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even have been with a child. As for Rowan's companions, they went their separate ways. Alistair was relieved to be away from the court at last, and returned with his love to help rebuild the Grey Wardens. He left her side only briefly to return to Duncan's home and plant a small memorial. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving warbands and preyed both upon the land and upon each other. The warbands spread havoc, and even some journeyed west into Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. This tale ended when Rowan sank her blade into the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Ferelden would hear of her, however. They did it! Oh, I'm gonna miss them. Can you believe it? It's over. Thank you again so much for watching. If you stuck through to this point, you are amazing, and I really appreciate you watching through my first full playthrough of Origins and following Rowan and Alistair and Wynn and everyone. You know, the series has meant a lot to me. This is my first RPG game that I've ever published content for, so it's really special and it will always hold a special place in my heart. Since you've made it to the end of this video, leave me a comment down below letting me know which RPG series I should look into for my next gameplay. I really would love to know. I want to take everyone's advice and opinions. I love RPGs, so let me know down below in the comments. And I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you so much for watching.